Hello, I'm Melissa Dugan. I'm the practice lead and vice president of consulting at CCI Consulting. And today we're here talking with Lisa Doria. Lisa is a certified compensation professional who does a lot of our projects at CCI related to obviously compensation. Lisa has done projects over the past 18 months that are really varied in terms of the size of company that we support, as well as various industries. Lisa's done work with regards to most recently, actually a government entity, but also manufacturing, biotechnology, many different clients that we support with regards to compensation. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, Lisa, based on your varied knowledge of the different types of clients that we support, was what is the biggest challenge that you see for HR departments, or more specifically, compensation managers and directors, when it comes to their compensation programs? What are you seeing with our clients?
Hi, and thanks for including me in this. What I find the biggest challenges for HR, specifically with compensation, as we move into the next year or so, is pay equity and compliance. That seems to be a big issue, and it's across various groups, right? It's gender, it's race, it's other diversity dimensions within a business that we're finding will be a challenge going forward. Another would be attracting and retaining talent. Again, you want to make sure you've got the compensation mix accurate for the industry and the size of the company. With high inflation and rising, cost of living, there's some pressure to make sure you have your compensation accurate. Other challenges could be flexible work time, as well as remote work, how to pay your employees based on that. Compensation benchmarking is always big. This is something we do a lot of here, or I've been involved in a lot. And it's basically making sure you're keeping your compensation packages competitive within the industry, within your geographic region, and paying attention to the evolving trends. This is complex, it is time consuming, but it is critical for businesses to stay on top of. Another area I would consider as challenging is transparency and communication of your comp programs. That is a big thing now. Pay transparency and how we communicate it. And if you don't have a good comp philosophy, you really need to structure that and then communicate it so everybody knows how compensation is decided. That's a big thing. Failing to do so, you can have dissatisfaction, mistrust, and in the end, turnover.
So one of the things that you just mentioned was ensuring that, HR departments or compensation departments have, you mentioned, accurate data that is also competitive. Can you talk a little bit more about what you mean and how do you go about getting accurate data?
Compensation benchmarking is important. It's critical to business practice. It's important to benchmark against industry standards, geographic regions, evolving trends. And what we do is we share the importance of having good market data. It's essential because it helps in making informed compensation decisions. It allows for HR departments to benchmark their comp practices against other companies in the same industry, in the same geography, and I'd say in the same size company as well. It ensures that the company is retaining competitive in attracting their top talent. You also want to avoid overpaying or underpaying your jobs. So again, with accurate market data, you will have good data to help you make good decisions.
And where does that data come from?
Sure. We pull market data comes from several different things. It comes from compensation surveys that are valid data. So companies participate in surveys that then we can utilize for sharing with our clients. It can come from government data like the BLS, and other national and regional government agencies. It can come from, other companies, HR software and market intelligence tools like PayScale, Salary.com, ERI, those places. Again, it's outside objective sources that validate the data prior to us utilizing it.
Okay. And
Yep.
we always use that data in our projects.
Correct.
And one of the things that you mentioned is the geographic regions, how that can make a difference relative to how a job is priced. And in the post-pandemic era, we obviously have a lot of employees working remotely now in a variety of states. They can be all over the United States. So how important is it to get that data right for the different states?
With the rise of remote and hybrid working, it's important to manage compensation across multiple states. You need to know specific state labor laws. Understanding local laws and regulations is important to what we do. Pulling market data from these surveys is also important. You need to understand what's involved, how the company is defined, where they're located. It could be US, it could be regional. We are able to pull this data out from these salary survey sources and use them as granular as we need them or as broad as we need them. Some of these companies prefer to look at certain types of jobs locally, and then other types of jobs, like your leadership jobs, you may be looking more regional or nationally, and you want to have a source you can use to pull that information and use it the best way possible. And then that takes into account when you're looking for regional job or local jobs, you're taking into account the cost of living adjustments.
Okay.
Okay.
So that all makes sense. And I think what I'm hearing is just the importance of that data, that survey data or market data in defining what the comp structure, comp philosophy, et cetera, will be for a company. Well, thanks, Lisa. That was a lot of information in a short period of time. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today.
Thanks for including me in this. This is great.